You know, as I said, I wasn't joking about it. I like New Hampshire a lot. It reminds me of my state. Everybody knows everybody. The difference is we have a very large minority population. But other than that, it's you know, be careful what you say. They may be related, so everybody knows. And I like it a lot. I like the sense of it. With a clear majority of the president having support among Republicans, they're a little afraid to step out of line.
Some of the headlines here. We've seen Rudy Giuliani is going to cancel his trip to Ukraine, in which he said the purpose was to perhaps restart an investigation into Burisma Holdings, a company with which your son was connected. Even if the trip doesn't happen, is it appropriate for the president's lawyer to be doing something like that?
Look, I can't remember any lawyer representing the president, conferring with the president, deciding to go overseas where a government relies on U.S. largesse and try to get them to do something that everybody knows never happened. You know, all the reporting has indicated that there's not a single solitary thing that was inappropriate about my son did. He never once talked to me, never once talked to anybody in the administration, and so I just think it's sort of Giuliani style in this administration. It's going to be a very, I think it is inappropriate. Unrelated to me, it's just inappropriate to send your lawyer to a foreign government to try to get them to do something that has no merit except to try to embarrass.
You mentioned that your son Hunter didn't clear this at all, so there was no communication with your office?
None. Never talked to my office. We never once spoke about it. Came out of a law firm in New York City he was working with. He's never once asked me, never once discussed anything with me, and and all the investigations done, there's not a single piece of evidence that he ever talked to anybody in the government about anything either. I have faith in him.
Let's talk about age. 76 years old. If voters are going to be on board with Joe Biden, do you feel like you owe them some medical information to show that you're going to be able to stay the course here?
Sure. I think age is a totally legitimate question to ask about. Just like when I was 29, no, I'm not joking. When did I have enough wisdom to be able to be a senator? The question is, people should know, and they will know, when we release my medical records about my health. And thank God, as my mother would say, knock on wood, so far so good. But the main thing I can say is just watch me. Determine whether I have the energy. And determine whether or not all the things I've gone through in my life in terms of being a senator and vice president gave me some insight and wisdom that maybe comes with age.
Will you release those records before the primary process or by the general election?
Oh, I'll do it by the general election. I haven't thought how to do it, but I have nothing. I mean, it's, you know, I got every year, up until 2 years ago, I released what I had in terms of my physical my records and my yearly medical exam at Walter Reed, so I've nothing to hide. And like I said, just watch me. If I can still run up the stairs, then you know you might be able to make a judgment. It doesn't say, for example, I think we should have requirements for trigger locks on guns. What happened up in Sandy Hill, the various places, someone goes in and grabs a gun off a table. Why, if you left your key in your car outside, and a kid comes along and gets it, you can be held liable. Safely store guns. There's a whole range of simple things. And by the way, those who say, you know, the Second Amendment is unlimited, well, the Second Amendment, well, why can't you go out and buy a nuclear weapon? Why can't you go out and buy an F-15? Why can't you go out like the DuPont guy who killed the wrestler? Why can't you buy a tank?